Thanks. You know who you remind me of? Little Red Riding Hood. Come to see her sick granny with a big basket full of A&W teen burgers. Grill seasoned, pure beef. Buddy, I need a little TLC.
Hug your insides with an A&W teen burger, a grill seasoned patty topped with crisp smoky bacon.
Hey, it's feed of fever, feed of cold, right?
Fast food is not a new concept. We have been indulging in these quick, cheap meals since 1921, when the first fast food place, White Castle, was opened. Since then, we as a society have fully integrated fast food into our culture with open arms, with hundreds of different chains like Wendy's, KFC, In-N-Out, and most famously, McDonald's. And while they have been advertised to us as quicker and easier meals, they come with a pretty hefty cost, and not just monetary ones. Most people know that fast food is not the best for your body in the long run. However, no one speaks about its effects on our environments as well. But why does it matter? Everyone now knows that fast food is unhealthy, its consumption possibly leading to health issues such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cancer. And with most Americans indulging in fast food at least once a week, the chances of these health issues occurring is steadily growing. But these aren't its only health concerns. Alongside the other issues I just mentioned, there's also the risk of spikes in blood sugar. This is due to the fact that fast food breaks down quickly, which causes a rapid spike in blood sugar because of the refined sugars and carbohydrates, not to mention the risk of binge eating. Fast food is highly palatable, meaning that the body breaks it down quickly in the mouth and it does not need much chewing. Therefore, it activates reward centers in the brain rapidly. This combination trains the palate to prefer these highly processed, highly stimulating foods and reduces someone's desire for whole, fresh foods. A small 2017 study of 15 adults found that a single day of high-fat overeating damaged insulin sensitivity. This can then trigger a cycle of binge eating or even worse, binge eating disorders. Sadly, children are not exempt from this either. A 2016 survey by researchers at the University of Connecticut claims that there was a 12% increase in parents choosing to feed their children fast food meals as opposed to home-cooked ones. However, the argument can be made that marketing is purposefully targeting these children. With the approximate of $4.6 billion spent on marketing, they have the power to influence the most vulnerable and impressionable. McDonald's is a fitting example of this. The one thing most kids rave about is a kids' meal, and why wouldn't they, when the toys of their favorite movies are being advertised and plastered alongside chicken nuggets and a side of fries. It's the same tactics that other brands use, plastering children's TV show characters on their products so children will want them, and parents who want nothing more to appease their child will purchase them. However, these products that are high in sugar, fat, sodium, and empty calories are disproportionately causing these same diseases in communities of color. In 2007, the California Law Review wrote that the overabundance of fast food and lack of access to healthier foods have increased African American and Latino communities' vulnerability to food-related death and disease. This is due to something called a food desert, which is described as a geographic area where residents' access to affordable, healthy food options, especially fresh fruits and veggies, are restricted or non-existent due to the absence of grocery stores within convenient traveling distance. But what does fast food have to do with the environment? We already know there are hundreds of fast food chains around us, and since it's in such high demand, they need a surplus of meat to ensure they maintain a good profit. So because they are buying a large portion of the meat, dairy, and eggs produced by these farmers, the companies have extreme influence over how these animals are raised for food. As a result, factory farms supply the fast food industry's demand for vast volumes of animal products at the lowest possible cost by crowding animals together to conserve space, often confining them in cages or crates, as seen in the movie Earthlings that we watched for class, pumping them full of antibiotics and artificial growth hormones, amputating body parts to avoid unnatural stress-induced injuries, slaughtering them, and putting them on mechanized disassembly lines. Cows, chickens, and pigs raised to make fast food endure lifelong pain and suffering on factory farms, where they are treated like interchangeable product units. Not only that, but fast food is one of the biggest contributors to pollution and littering. If you were to go outside right now, you will notice some kind of fast food wrapper or cup that someone has discarded from their car. Now, the actions of littering can't possibly be the fast food chain's fault. How could they possibly stop people from littering? However, their packaging is 100% their choice. And them continuing to use plastics and different kinds of packaging that are toxic compounds that harm the environment and human health make it just worse. But how did we as a society get here? The answer is surprisingly simple. As the years began to change, and society of course changing along with it, the fast-paced modern lifestyle and demand for convenient, affordable food options led to the growth of the fast food industry. Busy schedules, longer working hours, and changing social norms have led many individuals and families to rely on fast food for meals. And no one wants to come home from a 9 to 5 and cook dinner for 2 more hours. On top of that, because of that, the convenience fast food drives frequent consumption, contributing to the industry's environmental footprint through increased resource consumption and waste. Of course, there are some underlying reasons for this as well, which would be corporate greed. I'm sure somewhere along the way, companies realized the fatigue of normal working people around them and took that as an opportunity to make money. Not only is it easier to buy fast food for dinner, but oftentimes it's even cheaper. Why spend $50 to $60 on ingredients for dinner when you could just as easily go to KFC and get dinner for the whole family for much less? But of course, they did not account for the physical drawbacks and negative effects it has on our environment. All in all, while fast food may be convenient and cheaper, it comes with a greater cost. And of course, I'm not here to dictate what choices other people make. However, it is truly just food for thought. Is the burger worth your health and our environment that we are desperately trying to fix?